Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Berry, and today we are going to be watching I tested black market performance enhancers. I'm not sure what qualifies as a black market performance enhancer. I do take... Closer. Pre-workout sometimes. Let's see if that's on the list.
Every year, thousands of supplements hit the market and nobody reviews them. Not because they're bad, but because no one's brave enough to be the first. And for good reason.
Yeah.
That's where I come in. So for the next week, I am only going to be consuming supplements with no reviews.
Dude, this is like the guy we saw who went to the gas station and he tried all like the Bobby pills. Whoa, this is like a movie! Oh my god, this happened to me the other day, I'm not even kidding.
First up, Irish
SSR.
tar bomb smelling salts.
At least they nailed the most important part about a supplement, which is an impactful name. Now, I thought that smelling salts were like all the same, but based off the packaging, I don't think so.
So what do you do with these? You just smell them and then they're so stinky they make you work out harder? I don't really understand this. Yeah, what is that? You just smell them? It can make you cry. It powers you up, I guess. They make you hate the British? What? Is a Broly boost? Should I try it? Okay, no, I shouldn't. This should not be a video for advertisements. I don't want to.
Now, these are whiskey and stout scented smelling salts. Scented smelling salts sounds simultaneously dumb, but also kind of genius, if you think about it. Lift heavy, don't die, finish your Guinness.
I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't expecting to die, but now that it says don't die, I'm a little scared.
Sounds like I'm gonna be like inhaling Hercules' ashes or Conor McGregor's farts for my bench press today. What we need to do is we need to combine this activator into this bottle and then shake it until we feel regret.
Is this not making like an explosive? What the hell? Wait, why are we combining them? This is a science experiment?
That's what the package says.
So I shook it until I felt some feeling of regret, which surprisingly didn't take all that long.
Okay, the bottle just got really hot all of a sudden, so I will say I do feel regretful now. Usually anything up the nose, it brings out the best in me, so go to the gym and hopefully the luck of the Irish can help me hit a PR.
I'm Irish.
Warming up right now to a 315 AMRAP, and I'm not gonna lie, not feeling that great, not feeling that strong, so it's gonna be very telling how powerful and effective this stuff is.
I'm surprised he doesn't have his own gym. Like, he's always making like workout videos and stuff. I feel like he should have like a crazy souped up home gym.
I'm not wearing headphones. I didn't have any caffeine beforehand, so I'm relying solely on this stuff to hopefully get me a PR that I have been chasing for such a long time.
For years, I've been chasing a 315 bench for 8 reps, always coming so close, with my best ever just barely locking out 7. Maybe today could be the day.
Got my trusty spotter over here. In terms of directions, how to not die, I gotta partially open the cap, sniff 1 to 2 inches away, replace cap after use. Okay, so 1 to 2 inches away. I feel like I should hold it double the distance because
this is way too many instructions. Like, this shit needs a Wikipedia. And I also thought that was Hassan.
But these things, I already get double the dose. I can smell a Sunday roast on a Wednesday. But here we go, we're going for 8, okay? Partially open the cap, 1 to 2.
I smell it.
Oh! Oh, is my nose bleeding? Oh! Let's go. Got it.
I'm doing this before I get in Fortnite. Yeah, 1, 2, come on, 3, yes, 4, yes, 5, oh yeah.
I got.
I'm not reading that number. Definitely not reading this one.
No. Well, I'm crying. My brain's hurting. I didn't really take in the scent. I don't really think I'm thinking about the scent of the smelling salts before a big lift.
He got flashbanged by a smell. His
But I
body took
didn't
a
get it.
screenshot.
I actually regressed. I feel like I was almost too hyped. It kind of threw me off and I wasn't as focused.
Actually, I have an interesting question because I think there's people in chat with very interesting stories. What is the worst thing you have ever smelled? Don't say me. I know somebody's gonna try to make a haha funny little joke. What is monoethylene? Roadkill? A lot of dead stuff. Chili dogs? Sulfur? Oh, sulfur's a little stinky. My mom? Dead onions? Rotten milk? The thing on the bottom right? What do you mean the thing? You said that like a slur. What the hell?
I mean, that's just my opinion.
What, that I'm a thing?
First, I gave it to Ray, and it got him good. He started to cry as well. Thank God I'm not alone on that. But because he was so tweaked out, he couldn't even get a rep.
Come on.
But with all that said, he had this to say.
That is amazing.
They got a customer for life.
5 stars?
Oh, 4 stars. 4 is a minimum.
Then Michael tried it, who had a different experience. His best ever with 225 is 7 reps. Here, he almost locked out a 9th rep.
Guys, don't even do this once. You will get addicted.
Oh!
My eyes are watering, man. Holy shit.
1 to 5 stars, what would you give it?
4? Not bad.
Damn! Everybody loves it!
After forcing my friends to become lab rats, I continued on with my lift, and things started to feel better.
It's been like nearly 10 minutes since I took my first whiff.
Dude, this is actually the first time I have ever seen somebody offer drugs to other people in real life. Like, Dare told me that was gonna happen all the time. And the more I thought about it, like, that would be expensive. Like, people are gonna be keeping their shit to themselves.
And I don't know if you can see it in my eyes, but I am still feeling it a lot. Like usually
Are you
smelling
feeling
salts
it
that I've
now?
had, it dies off within like a minute after you use it. This stuff is actually like kind of like tapering off into kind of like this like weird, interesting feeling. Like I feel high, drunk, and I just spent an all-nighter. I didn't go to sleep.
Give me
They say
some!
online that this stuff is perfect for lifters who want intensity, energy, and a little fun in every inhale.
A little fun? It sounds so recreational.
It's so far from fun in every inhale, but as the workout progresses, I feel like it's getting a bit better,
But I wanted to
He
make sure
likes
my
it.
review was as
Wait, whoa! Okay, the subtitles made that pretty bad. He was shaking up his cup.
useful as possible to people, so I went for another sniff, but this time with a different tactic.
I love this machine. I do it all the time. It feels good. Also, for the ladies in chat, I know you're here. How you doing, beautiful? You can still work out chest at the gym. It makes your booba more perky. It's actually a good thing to do.
I'm gonna have to buy my CNS some flowers after this, but just took another whiff, not as intensely, and I tried to think about the flavor, and it actually smells very nice, like a minty, fresh kind of flavor, not like alcohol at all. My eyes are kind of twitching a bit, but the gentle sniff, not the aggressive inhale,
Good.
makes you feel pretty good.
Wow.
I'm liking it. I'm kind of liking it. But I wouldn't use it all the time because you will go brain dead.
The rest of the workout went really well. I think once the initial chaos settled down, whatever I took stopped fighting me and started to work with me.
I like how they have the inspirational wall of oiled up men. Like, JoJo's fans, you should work out here. Let's do it together.
Either that or my nervous system just accepted its fate.
Workout complete. The pump was actually phenomenal. Besides the bench press, every other thing I did, I progressed on. And I think it's because I learned how to manage the dose and made the dose work for me. Just a gentle sniff made quite the big difference in terms of my focus.
Yeah, like, give me a gentle sniff. Did it inspire you?
And like aggression in the set. Whereas the first one, I think it just kind of threw me into like shock. So it kind of threw off my lift. But if you understand how much you need and how much you need to pull, I think it's pretty good. But it's again, something that I would not use all the time.
Yeah,
But
just sometimes.
I think I do have enough to leave my review.
I have big nostrils, so my experience may not hit the same for everybody. I came into this thinking all smelling salts were the same and changed when it stayed with me and kept on burning. I felt like my nose was bleeding the whole time, so naturally I had my friends try it. One thrived, one nearly died. 3.5.
Next up, Anarchy Labs Shogun Fat Burner.
Shogun made
Shogun! Dude, that's the name of my new tracking software. YouTube Andes, as soon as I get some stuff sorted out, it's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be doing backflips and shit.
be the most powerful fat burner ever created. So they say. Key features include Fat Annihilator, Craving Crusher, and Mood Maximizer. What is this, diet MDMA? But this stuff looks serious, very intense. The thing that I am most afraid of is that there's 500 milligrams of caffeine per serving.
Holy! You would butt flip explode!
That's a hefty dose. Like, that is no longer supplementation. That is taking over my entire bloodstream.
Yeah.
Also, what in the world is Grains of Paradise?
Wait, what was the name of that racing game back in the day? Take me down to the Paradise City. Yeah, Burnout Paradise, thank you.
That sounds like an agricultural Zelda game or something that I would call my multigrain THC bagels. But online it says, expect intensity comparable to an intense pre-workout, plan time accordingly.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes when I take too much pre-workout, it makes me shit myself. Like, I would just straight up be unhappy in the bathroom, sweating and just...
Sounds like it should also say, plan your will accordingly too. Like, I'm nervous for this one. I am. Take 2 to 4 capsules. I'm gonna take 4. I'm not gonna
Why is he going straight into ranked?
take 2. I don't wanna be a geisha. I wanna be a Shogun. So we're taking full dose.
Each of these tiny capsules holds 125 milligrams of caffeine. 4 of them, that's more than 6 cans of Red Bull compressed into the palm of my hand.
Oh, hell
Got my
no.
4 pills. Time to become a Shogun.
Instantly, my heart rate started to rise just sitting in my car on the way to the gym.
Oh, no.
I knew I was in trouble.
I feel like an active ticking time bomb.
Straight up C4 in my belly. Yeah, shit gun.
Like I am caffeine. I am feeling so anxious right now. In terms of my mood, I'm gonna try to explain this the best I can. In vampire terminology.
I wanted to be a vampire so bad when I was a kid, and one night I remember I went to bed and I said, "Dear God, if you were real, please turn me into a vampire." And I woke up and I wasn't one, and I went...
I am on the cusp of turning and giving in to what the supplement wants me to feel, which is happy. And I can't think of a worse.
Now you only suck. I've been going through a lot, man. Why would you say that?
To what the supplement wants me to feel, which is happy. And I can't think of a worse feeling than feeling happy because a product wants you to feel that way, but you're truly not. Artificial happiness is on a collision course with reality sadness right now. And it's so weird.
One thing I did notice is every ingredient description starts with may.
Dude, he would hate it if he went to go pay for something at the store and they said, "Have a good day." He'd be like, "Don't tell me what to do."
On one hand, it's not making any promises it'll break. On the other hand, it's not committing to doing anything at all.
My heart rate isn't just elevated, it is summiting Everest right now.
Damn.
Like,
we watched a video about that. It was actually very interesting.
I can feel it. My heart rate is as high as it is while lifting, just sitting still doing nothing.
It did feel harder to breathe, but the show must go on, and I started my lift. I wasn't feeling amazing, but I got done what I needed to do. The so-called mood maximizer, I'm still waiting for that. For one of the first times ever in the middle of my workout, I had what we'll call a code brown near miss.
I told you! Did I not say that? If you were on pre-workout, do not trust the fart.
One wrong bracing cue on that set, and it was over for me.
Yeah?
Oh my God, that was a close call. 500 milligrams of caffeine is real.
And the bad thing is that if you're a girl, it's more embarrassing to blow up the bathroom. Like, I know when you're a dude, you guys just be like having a symphony of farts up in there and nobody cares. But if you're a girl, most people like wait until the other women leave the bathroom to start shitting. That's why it's the worst when you really have to go and someone walks in with all their friends and they just start yapping.
Really doing its thing right now. I'm melting.
I am not somebody who runs hot, but I am boiling right now. Like, it feels like I am training in a sauna.
I'd say I run pretty hot.
sweating, and I actually do kind of like the feeling while I'm training. It makes me just feel a bit looser, and I like to feel warm.
I do too. I like to sweat. It makes me feel like I did a good job.
I cannot stop fidgeting between sets. I'm moving my hands. I keep on looking around everywhere like I'm super paranoid, which I guess does help with fat loss because the more you move around, the more you fidget, the more calories you burn.
I started to think that maybe I was getting used to the feeling, but the effects just kept coming so strong.
There's more?
And it eventually got the best of me.
He puked? I'm sorry, I have like a fear of people throwing up. It's not like a real fear, but I just hate the sound it makes. I'm like a sympathy puker. I cannot hear people throw up. Oh, I'm about to take it off. I'm honestly,
I feel like I'm gonna die.
That already made me feel sick.
I have never thrown up from a supplement before.
Me neither.
I can't handle this.
Me neither.
I was burning up, my heart rate was pounding, and it wouldn't let up.
I just took an extremely cold shower, and I'm still very hot. I'm still feeling nauseous. Imagine the entire day you feel like you're being hunted.
I guess he is living that Shogun life.
That's what Shogun does to you.
Yeah.
I'm feeling so anxious. I'm sweating like I owe the mafia money. Or worse, having to make a phone call.
Oh, shit. Don't ever call me. I'm just being honest with you. Even if I know you, I hate taking phone calls. I'll look at it and I'll go, but then I know not to hang up because then they knew I saw it. So I just sit there and I wait until it's done calling.
But I'm just hoping that this feeling goes away soon.
It's 3 p.m., having my first meal of the day. I'm not even hungry, I'm just having it because I feel like it's gonna make me feel better. So I will say, appetite is down, but that could just be my overstimulated body going into shock. In terms of cravings, I'm having no cravings at all. I'm just kind of craving going back to the good old days.
Me when I get sick and I wonder what it was like to feel healthy again.
Like a few hours ago before I took this supplement. I really should have taken only half the dose, like the bottle said.
Yeah.
But I get cocky.
The food didn't really help, and the effects didn't wear off for a very long time.
Good looking toast? Brother, that piece of toast was like maybe in the same room as a toaster. That is the LaCroix of toast.
Time for my review.
My experience was purely my fault. I thought I was invincible and the Shogun quickly humbled me. Turns out the world on labels are instructions to listen to and not challenges to masculinity. It does what it says, plus the sweating places that did mix in obliterated my hunger, my ego, my skepticism. Was not my fault for taking two.
Anesthetized.
I really don't have a hard time sleeping, but I'm always looking for a way to suppress the intrusive thoughts. Anesthetized, as the
Okay.
name
Oh, but it's snow cone flavor.
for a sleep supplement, just sounds straight up creepy. Like terrifying. That is like calling melatonin bedtime fentanyl. On the back here,
Who wants to take some chloroform together?
it says it's supposed to enhance my REM sleep, and it says due to extreme potency, users may wish to begin by consuming half a scoop to assess tolerance. So this stuff sounds very effective, which is probably why there's no reviews. Everyone's still asleep, but if Katie really is my true love, at least her kiss will wake me up if this stuff is too effective.
Cute.
Now this company, Blackstone Labs, they make like pro hormone.
This is terrifying. Your website scares me. Are they gonna beat my ass up after this?
They make
Buy the supplement or else.
arms. So I hope I don't lose my natty status in my sleep and like wake up with a gyno. Or something like that. But we got snow cone flavor and this, I mean, hardcore sleep formula. Oh, you suggested half a scoop, did you?
He learned nothing. Is this why women live longer than men?
Smells really good. Tastes like a snow cone and a multivitamin mixed together. This snow
loves
cone
it.
would tuck me in though.
Nice! I always used to get the snow cone from the ice cream machine, and I like the ones that come with the gumball on the bottom, even though the gumball kind of turns into ash whenever you eat it, but it's actually delicious.
I'm just kidding. It has been 30 minutes.
Holy cut. Was that not horrifying?
I'm just kidding. It has been 30 minutes since I've taken Anesthetized, and low-key, I'm feeling a lot more drowsy than normal. I'm gonna be tracking my sleep
Nice
tonight.
bed.
using my aura ring. So we're gonna see what happens. I have no idea what kind of sleep I'm gonna have tonight. Maybe I'm gonna have no dreams.
I never
no
do.
thoughts.
I don't think either.
Nothing.
Yep.
Maybe this is just gonna be a practice run of death.
Pretty freeing.
Or maybe I'll get to finally finish the fantasy where I'm the personal spray tanner of every Mr. Olympia in history. There's only one way to find out.
Aw, get in those
Time to
crevices.
go to sleep.
Aw, you snug as a bug in a rug. Never mind. Mommy, why are you kissing Santa Claus? Honey, why are you kissing Santa Claus? What the fuck?
That night's dream started as they often do. But then, they got weird.
Yeah.
And now I'm afraid I may have unlocked something in me I can't ignore or repress.
Oh. You see me dancing
And
in
don't
the
want
kitchen like I don't care. And I know I got everybody who likes to stare while I shake it.
Last
Shake
night's
it
sleep
while I make it.
was incredible. It was an experience. Like, I feel so well rested. I feel energized.
He
I
liked
feel on
it.
top of the world. I must have really
Wow.
needed that sleep. And usually with sleep supplements, you wake up the next day still feeling a bit tired. I just feel ready. And I haven't felt that in freaking 31 years. So, pretty legit.
Nice.
In terms of my dreams, they felt so real. I literally woke up, rolled over, expecting a note from LeBron as to why the hell I'm waking up alone.
He don't got time to write notes. He's got to like fill in for 2 people with injuries right now.
I think I could
He's
have
a little
slept
busy.
through an entire John Wick movie unfolding in my house. So from a security perspective, not that great. Now, looking at my sleep score, I got a 90, optimal.
Nice.
A night of truly restorative sleep. 8 hours and 26 minutes, sleep efficiency 91%, REM sleep an hour and 52 minutes. Pretty good.
Rem? Who's Rem?
Good. So that's definitely improved. REM sleep, deep sleep, an hour and 34 minutes. Latency, 14 minutes. Usually for me, it's like double that time. So this stuff really knocked me out. So people do all this fancy stuff, no screens before bed, all this crazy stuff. Drugs is the answer. So I feel like I have enough info here
Yeah.
to lead my review.
There we go. I'm sorry, I have to move Chatterino every time. Rem is a good band. Yeah. Rem does a lot of things. Yep. Drugs, woohoo. Yep. I've always thought anesthesia is the best enjoyed when you're awake and it's taken, and there's no different. While I was not quite hit the snow cone taste, it quickly sent me off to dreamland where I got to enjoy all sorts of tastes and conveniences. Real. My sleep score is really good, and so is my anesthesia sleeps.
Up next,
Wow!
Lipo 6 Defining Gel.
I saw this product and immediately folded. Like, I'm willing to get scammed 1,000 times. If this is legit, just one.
That shit looks like Raid. It could kill a wasp.
So I'm picking vibes over research for this one. Like, buying this is like swiping right on a celebrity on Tinder. You probably know you're getting catfished, but
Worth the chance.
what if? It's described as a very unique fat burning product. Unique because no corner of the internet can tell me what the hell Topisorb technology is. But apparently it's instant delivery, it's fast acting, and
I don't know. That's a
I'm not even
GLP-10.
bothered
1,000.
to get to that. All we have to do is apply, feel the heat, and then get toned. So it works best
What? That's it? It's that easy?
in stubborn areas like the stomach, lower back, love handles, glutes, and hamstring area.
Well, I want to keep the glutes. Like, can we do everything else?
I just want to apply it all over me, like sunscreen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, it smells nice. Worst case scenario, I smell like a gym candle. Scent, anabolic desperation. Rub that in. I definitely have to remember to wash my hands because some things I cannot afford to get any skinnier.
Just so we can accurately compare the before and after, here is what I'm looking like before applying the gel.
The gel has been
Wait, was he talking about his penis?
applied. And I don't know if I'm burning fat right now, but I am definitely feeling something already, like a deep burning sensation. Quite frankly, if I actually do start losing fat right now, I'm just gonna be very worried I'm dying from something.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Now glazed in Topisorb technology.
No, I need this. I need this so I can just stay at home and play Slay the Spire like a fat fucking chud and lose weight.
I continued on with my day, theoretically torching fat in scenarios that usually involve zero effort.
I hate to say it, but I think I just paid $29.95 to feel warm and optimistic. No visual changes yet. I am feeling a significant burn in my love handles. It has to be the Toposorb technology. I have no idea what I'm allowing in my pores. But why treat them differently than my other holes? But I'm not gonna give up just yet, I'm not. Because if this works, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be so great. I don't have to fix my diet.
It's gonna be the greatest diet of all time. Never seen greater. That was probably the worst impression you have ever heard.
Still no visual changes. I don't even feel the burn anymore. Damn it. However, they say that if you work out with it, it amplifies its effects.
Okay.
Yeah, I bet it does significantly. So,
I sure hope it does.
workout time.
Since working out really
Oh, this is the home gym I was talking about. I think you guys were onto something. I think he just likes the gym experience. Me, the gym experience is it gets me out of the house. I do like that, but I do hate how many people go to my gym. It's a lot.
wasn't on my schedule for the day, I just did some upper body pump exercises, trying my best to get a
Is
sweat.
that the sauna? Dude, this setup is OP.
and ignite the fat loss effects.
Well, there are literally zero visual changes whatsoever. And I applied it properly. It just didn't work. So I'm not taking any blame for this because
Eat it.
I know how to apply a gel properly.
Well, I'm jealous.
I wanted a shortcut and I found a lesson. It's diet and exercise always.
No! Please, somebody patch this!
Which in this case, maybe I should give it 5 stars. Because sometimes you need to burn money to learn you can't cheat burning calories.
Damn
Time to read
it.
my review.
I had the review completely mapped out in my head. I knew exactly what I was going to say. And then before I could even start writing, this happened.
I just
What?
had the most painful shower of my life.
I moved the chat so I could read it, but I didn't know he was about to explode.
And that's because my skin has started to react to the fat loss gel. So the water was just burning me.
What the
Like, look
hell?
at me. I'm like a freaking tomato.
Oh my god, he looks like me at the beach! Including the abs.
My love handles, my chest, my stomach. Look like I got a gnarly sunburn. That's why it has no reviews.
Oh my god. Giving this 1 star because it had a number I actually did have mine 66 would have sounded good. The gel must be straight out of hell, burning my skin and turning my shower into torture. I followed all the instructions, still got burned on the steel with the genuine devil view. Will to live can be measured in pounds. Maybe it does work.
Epiplex Muscle Builder.
Okay, that one was a little bit harder than the last ones. That was a lot of like SAT words up in that bit.
Natural anabolic muscle builder. Natural and anabolic in the same sentence has to be an oxymoron. Unless
Well, I'm a moron. Do you got the oxy? I mean, I guess he does. He's holding it.
I'm just a moron. But this
Ah, damn it! We said the same thing!
is apparently supposed to surpass what my body thinks is its full potential. Would it kill them to link at least one peer-reviewed article? Come on, like this is supposed to override my DNA, which sounds about as natural as a cat using chopsticks.
Yeah.
Or a frat bro guarding a girl's drink. You know, like this.
Still probably safer than taking this shit.
How is that even natural? But apparently this is supposed to enhance everything about my workout and my physique, increase lean muscle mass, increase my strength, increase my endurance and stamina. There is a review, but it's not really a review. It's Eric B stating he ordered the stuff, but never actually got it. And then they went on for the most insane response ever, being like, hey, put your email in for your possible chance to get it again. So no one's actually tried it. Now I'm about to be the first. In terms of use, they have suggested
Nah, if I ordered a product and they told me try again for the pity banner, I would be pissed.
use where you take 1 capsule twice per day, or there's intensive use where you take 3 capsules per day. Now, I want my gains to be intense, not merely suggested. So earlier today, I have taken a capsule at 2 different points, and this is going to be my 3rd dosage for intensive use. So we are going to be completely saturated with Epiplex. Are you addicted to becoming
Epiplex.
bigger, leaner, harder, and stronger? Yes, I am.
Gulp.
On the actual company website of this product, which also has
Can came from YouTube, honestly, as advertised. Thank you.
Your review.
See that YouTube Mandy's? Come on by. I'll give you a... They're gonna be like, ew. Can you just keep that? I'll come if you don't do that.
On the actual company website of this product, which also has 0 reviews, it says, I'm about to decimate my genetic limitations. So
What?
today's leg workout is gonna be crazy.
It's pretty simple. If it worked in
Dude! I used to talk about how I would use this machine, and I remember one person in chat used to get so pissed. They were like, do not use that machine! It obliterates your legs, you will die! They were very angry. And every time I use it, I go, Baba, thanks for gifting casual! Give me a crepe here at the trial, thank you.
I'm willing to see if it works in me. If I have a once-in-a-lifetime workout, this product is getting 5 stars.
So far, I feel absolutely nothing. And when it comes to supplements, I always wonder if it's underdosed or if I'm just over-tolerant. But it's early on. We'll see if it kicks in.
I made my way over to the next exercise, patiently waiting for my superpowers to download.
He looks like me. We both have like resting nervous face.
This right here is gonna be the true test.
I was a little more confident in my weight selection today for obvious reasons, but the weight...
Thank you.
Gonna be the true test.
I was a little more confident in my weight selection today for obvious reasons, but the weight definitely didn't move like I thought it would.
Oh shit. That certainly does not feel like I surpassed my genetic limitations.
The main ingredient in Epiplex is I don't know how to say it.
Epicatechina.
Epicatechin.
It's a flavor
Why'd I add a little spice to that?
all found in cocoa, which helps inhibit myostatin, meaning I'm officially a chocolate bodybuilder.
So far today, the workout has been going as planned. For like a normal day. I don't feel like I'm on anything. The placebo effect hasn't even shown up yet.
Damn it.
I feel like I get more of a kick from a freaking decaf coffee than the stuff I just took. So I don't know what's going on. I was promised more stamina.
Yeah.
But, where is it?
Yeah.
I mean, I should have known.
Me when I slot in Super Creek.
A 50% increase of 0 is still 0. If this is my genetic limitation, it is aggressively humbling.
From there, I moved on to leg press and put up some pretty good weight. This is where I seem to have a noticeable increase in stamina and strength.
Adding 25 pounds per side for the top set. Here we go.
A 50-pound increase to a set definitely does not seem natty, but I still don't think it's the supplement. I think I just blocked.
Yeah, that is the machine I broke my butt on. And it hurt really bad. Be careful, everybody. Never go up to 4 plates each side unless you are ready, because that shit tore my ass up.
Out and believed in myself.
Yep, this is the butt break machine, and apparently somebody also drew this as Rule 34. Look at your own risk.
Which on leg day is something that you kind of learn to do.
I don't think I got any help there. Just as painful as normal. Imagine you think you're going for therapy and you end up just getting a horoscope reading instead. That's this supplement. I had super high expectations and I was let down drastically the entire time. But maybe that could mean I've reached my genetic limit already, which would mean all my hard work over the years has paid off.
This is some Persona-ass music in the background.
Which is kind of nice, but also that sucks. But I do think I have enough to leave my review.
Turns out the most legit claim they made is that it won't jeopardize my natty status. What is done instead has made me question whether I want to keep it the way it is, or the only thing I grew was my body dysmorphia. I'm supposed to surpass my genetic limits. Instead it made me with a bottle of full active ingredient I could have just drank a hot chocolate for. Maybe the pills.
Ump protein bar.
Unk?
Ultimate muscle protein.
That is a can of oil.
Tell me you didn't chat GPT a name without telling me. Is that the sound my throat's gonna make trying to swallow this thing? So it's from a company called Beverly International from 1967.
Nah, they got the Chihuahuas working on this?
We got almond honey flavor, which is definitely a flavor fit for someone born in 1967. Like, this thing is flavored as if their target market is an inoffensive airplane snack. Do they not realize they are competing against actual candy bars with pinches of protein powder in them?
Yeah, and to be fair, I know like probably Bear Bells are really not like super great. They're amazing. They taste so good. They're my favorite protein bar.
But this could be delicious. That's the whole point of this video. Now, the highlight of my day is having my morning coffee with a protein bar before the gym. And this is the protein bar today.
Dude, I am so happy I don't like coffee. I feel like I saved myself a lot of money.
Got my coffee. Let's try a protein bar, and it better not ruin my morning. 56 grams for 230 calories. So not a lot of volume, a lot of calories.
Yeah.
That's strike one. 10 grams of fat, 19 grams of carbs, and 20 grams of protein. Not bad, it's all right. 8 grams of fiber, which is actually pretty decent. I feel like other protein bars have way too much fiber in them. Like they should be stored in a bathroom. Like you should need a prescription just to have them. Like it's just too much. Oh dear. Why does this bar look like I got it from the museum? It smells like rat poison.
Cardboard-ass bar.
It's like World War I trench food. Somehow, this bar is dry and wet at the same time.
Ew!
Like sand after a high tide. It's very confusing.
tide.
Oh.
I think I know what it is. It's probably dry, but then it has like that waxy, oily back, like I guess like laminate on it. So when you eat it, it just tastes like totally off.
I can taste the no reviews. I don't know if any of you guys have ever had dog cake.
What?
It tastes like dog cake, which is not
What is
necessarily
that?
a bad
Is that what you guys have in the urinal? Okay, well, I looked up dog cake and it just brought up bakeries that make dog cakes.
thing, but it's just a bad dog cake.
They say there's no wrong time to eat an ump bar. Turns out every time is a wrong time.
I thought because it was almond honey, I'd have more of like a natural flavor to it, but somehow it tastes more artificial than ever. I feel like the intentions were pure, but the execution was just bad.
Yeah.
Time to leave my review.
Let's start with a terrible name. It sounded like you hear whenever you're trying to swallow something hard and dry. It tasted like it too. I was expecting a natural oat flavor bar with a crunchy granola. Instead, it tasted like a bar that was straight from the first batch they made when starting the company in 1967.
Next up, Insane Labs Psychotic pre-workout.
I don't know if I'm more afraid of the font, the fact that it's a Saw movie inspired pre, or the fact that there's hanging rotten teeth on the front.
You have to drink this entire thing before you're allowed to leave. I don't know what the Saw guy sounds like. I've never actually saw Saw. Better get called Saw.
Either way, it looks dangerous, but every successful serial killer needs to be pretty strong, I think. So I see the logic behind this product. They don't disclose the caffeine content on the back, which I don't even know if that's legal. I don't. So online it says 390 milligrams per serving, which, I mean, I guess it's enough to threaten my life, but not enough to finish the job. But maybe there's something else in this Psychotic Saw blend that will do just that.
I want to play a game on the
Me every night in Discord.
lid of a pre-workout is like super unsettling. Like, I want to play a game with my heart. Like, I mean, that wouldn't be the first time a mystery man has played games with my heart. And then on this side, it says, warning, begin with half a scoop. Like,
He's not gonna do that.
I play games on legendary mode, so I guess I'm making this a workout for 2.
Okay. Ooh.
Ooh. Insane Labs Psychotic Pre is quite the name, so I really only need one of those things to be true to make this a good pre.
Oh, it looks like blood.
That's red 40. All right.
The American special. Isn't he Canadian? I don't know. I think I remember him being Canadian.
Here we go. It tastes
What would you do if his head just started like spinning?
like Sunny D.
I love
It was
Sunny
made in a
D.
prison toilet. But it's not bad. Not bad. Smells a lot worse than it tastes.
You want to hear that? I think.
Okay, let's go to the gym. Oh, got my eye.
It's on your
I was fighting
nose!
to stay still at this red light, not from excitement, not from motivation, but because my entire body felt wired in the worst way. I was
He looks like he's doing something he's not supposed to. Like he's waiting for a drug deal.
buzzing with anxiety.
I just drove the entire time on the highway in the slow lane, and I don't do that ever. Like, and I felt like I was going a million miles an hour.
I would never do that.
I think when it comes to all strong pre-workouts, they're all more or less the same. They make you feel like you have an ant farm on your face.
Yes, dude, and then you just start scratching at it. Dude, sometimes I'll be scratching like right here, right here, right here.
And rising anxiety.
Or rubbing your face.
But the excellent ones convert that anxiety into raw rage.
Yeah.
So let's hope it does that. So if it doesn't hit, a panic attack sure will.
Let's play a game.
The guts keep taking me out. How did he go from the most devastating time of his life to cheesing like a school picture?
It's a PR or die kind of day.
Damn, am I supposed to be doing them that fast? That was not pre-workout. That was like some cyberpunk Santa Vista or whatever. Holy shit! David?
Last week I got that for 8. I just got 9. And I did not get that because I feel more energy. I got that because I'm feeling scared. Like, I feel like I'm training at gunpoint right
For
now.
what?
Like, my hand is at gunpoint right now. Like, my hand is hovering the fight or flight button, but I can't press it.
Out of the energy, focus, pump, and psycho promised on the front of the label, I can confidently say
So
I'm feeling one of
scared.
them. Psycho.
I also cannot sit still. Between sets, I'm pacing like I forgot something in the oven at home.
I managed to squeeze out another solid set of bench press, and then I moved on to pull-ups. And that's when I noticed something interesting.
I just added 5 pounds to my pull-ups. Now the interesting thing
damn.
is my heart rate is no different than a regular workout.
126. Is that super high? I actually don't know anything about heart rates. I don't know anything about blood sugar. I don't know anything about blood pressure. I know nothing.
It's in the 120s after a hard set of pull-ups, which is just pretty normal for me. So even though I'm feeling extremely jittery and very off, the heart rate's in check, which is a good thing, but still feel terrible. Like, I just want a pre-workout that makes me feel like I got 9 hours of sleep, had a proper meal, I'm well hydrated.
Yeah.
Not one that makes me feel tempted to start texting all my loved ones.
Yeah.
But I am making progress.
Yeah.
So there's a trade-off.
Just when I thought I couldn't feel any worse, the stimulant wave flipped and my body started reacting.
I am starting to feel the crash of this pre so hard right now. I am feeling dizzy. I'm feeling nauseous. I'm also just realizing this entire workout, I haven't had my AirPods in listening to music.
He's listening to the music at the gym. They be playing, what is it? 18 Naked Cowboys. I hate when my headphones die. Like, what the hell are you guys playing?
Which is insane because I rely a lot on my music for a workout. So I have nothing good to report about this pre, but for some reason I'm tempted to finish the tub because I have this small belief that at the bottom of the tub there's like a message declaring me a winner of the game.
I just wanted caffeine, not symptoms, and this pre gave me every bad symptom possible. Time for my review.
Always capable of a pre with a proprietary blender. Some ingredients I'd rather not have as a mystery dosages, or in this case, red 40, none at all. I didn't get much of a blood orange flavor, which paired great with losing the ability to sit still. As much as I liked when I saw the jitters coming, it was what I could see, and I can't read.
Up next, pump gel.
I think
Dude, he's gonna die! How many of these is he gonna take? I keep thinking it's the last one!
I would trade just about anything to be able to walk around with a pump 24/7, and this product apparently allows you to do just that. Like,
Wow.
I can't even think of a world where I'm not responsible for my own pump. And this product promises a lot. It's supposed to help with fat loss, give you next level vascularity, muscle fullness, and insane definition, exactly where
Sometimes vascularity scares me. Like, you were just so ribbed. I can see all of the tubing inside your body.
you want it, without even lifting. Without even lifting. Surely a product cannot make so many promises without being able to deliver, right? Surely.
without even lifting.
Don't call me
wanna get a
Shirley.
skin rash again. For every great new discovery, someone has to be the first to try, and hopefully the first to survive, and hopefully that person is me. So we're gonna be putting the pump gel on the arms and see how pumped up we can get. Apply 1 to 2 pumps to desired area once or twice daily. 1 to 2 pumps is all it takes. Don't I know it?
Is he right, chat? Is he spitting the truth? No comment? Yep. That many? Wow. Yeah.
1, 2. So we're on the buy here. Ooh, it smells like gasoline. Now we're
Ooh,
going
I
to
love the
try-
smell of
We're
gasoline.
going the Delt, a little side
The
Delt.
taste
Pump.
isn't that good, though.
I'm praying to the gods I don't get a skin reaction again.
Because it says to apply 30 minutes before a workout, I started a timer for 30 minutes to see if I notice any difference in my arms and shoulders.
Wait, he looks so inquisitive. Give me a second. I'm new to OBS.
Before adding the gel, I took my arm measurements. The right side coming in at just over 17 inches and the left side actually a little smaller. Maybe I should have added more gel.
Wait, what's the Trendemir quote where he's like, my right arm's a lot stronger than my left arm. I can't remember.
Then I just took some random shots so we can see the difference in definition, vascularity, and fullness.
The gel is supposed to flood my muscles with cellular energy. And whatever claim that is, hopefully it's by somebody who's actually been in a lab. So it's time to get a pump anywhere else but the gym. And I feel like the pump's already coming on right now. We're a little over 7 minutes in, and I cannot believe I'm saying this, but I can feel the pump coming on. My arms feel warm. My arms feel as if I'm at the gym training arms, which is super weird. So we're off to a good start.
Put that
And
on
just
my
so
butt.
we're clear, if this product works,
There is a product that does that for like your lips too. It's called like plumping lipstick, and you put it around your mouth and then it'll make your lips really big and they tingle really bad.
don't even bother searching it to buy it.
Which lips? Oh, no, I said my mouth! I said my mouth! Boy, thanks for gifting the last one! Thank you, thank you, thank you!
Because I've already cleared them out at that point. It's all gonna be gone. This is what peak performance looks like with 0 performance. I feel like something's happening. It's just a burning sensation. So it could be working or it could just be hope-induced. Regardless if I get a pump or not, I do feel like applying this to the muscle you're gonna train would actually benefit, because when it feels warm, the joints feel looser.
Yeah.
So I can imagine putting this all over your legs before a leg day would be really good. It definitely does feel a lot easier to flex my muscles. This stuff, next level for pool parties. We don't need chlorine in the pool. We need this gel in the pool.
Look at him getting a pump shit posting in chat. Wow.
10 minutes left, and like, look at this. I mean, the delts are a little bit more pumped, vascularity's coming out a little bit. Like, why lift weights when chemistry exists?
True!
You know, the arms have felt the same since when I applied it to right now. It just feels like I did a gnarly drop set on bicep curls. That's kind of like you can feel like the blood flowing in the arms. It's a very, very nice feeling. And the smell has definitely subsided, and I'm not sticky at all.
Science, bitch!
I'm not sticky.
Yo.
Okay, let's see if this worked. Usually when I train arms at the gym, I usually get like a 1 inch, maybe slightly more of a pump from like my cold state. So if I can get a 1 inch pump from the gel, 5 stars, 100%. So both sides were like right around 17 inches. So
wow.
For this
Way too
gel
much
to
for
be
me.
5 stars, it would mean this measurement right now would need to be 18 inches or slightly more.
And we are at 17. Yeah, we didn't get any heating effect on.
Not only did I not get a pump, it looks like my measurements are actually smaller in the after.
One pump chump. Don't we know it?
And 17.
Looking at the before and after, if I didn't label them, you wouldn't even know because there's literally no
They
difference.
look the same!
This was my Shark Tank investor moment. It really was. Hopefully there's at least SPF in the gel to make something about it useful.
But at the end of the day, if it sounds too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true.
That's me playing
like,
the piano.
Imagine explaining to Arnold, you built your chest and your arms using scented gel. Like, yeah, you know, it just doesn't seem right. You know? So, back to the gym, I guess. Time to leave my review.
I was ready to pump every dollar to buy this company instead of my money burning a hole in my pocket. I got another fun burning sensation all over my skin. I really miss the taste of the surprise burning sensation. Super isolated in specific areas. I think I'll stick to chasing a pump the way nature intended it to do.
I spent the entire week
Subscribe
as
to
a human
BerryCrepe.
lab rat testing supplements with zero
That was nice of him to put that in his review. Thanks, man.
reviews. Some of them, I completely understand why they stayed in the shadows. A few actually earned a spot in my daily routine. And then there were the others. The ones marketed like some kind of game. And when I start a game,
He snorted it.
I don't stop until it's finished. But somewhere along the way, I realized something.
Better luck next time.
I wasn't playing the game. The game was playing me.
Well, thank you so much for watching. Please check out the original. I love watching his videos. And come by the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/BerryCrepe. And make sure you use code Berry for 10% off your gamer subs order. And by the way, if you got this far, you lost the game. Goodbye.